we did on YouTube. So maybe that's got
Really?
something to do with it. So
Yeah.
I'll send him an
Yeah.
email. I'll send him an email either tonight or tomorrow and see what's up with it.
It's pretty fitting. We're not happy about it. Neither's Keith Bradley. So
Fuck you! Hater!
there you go.
Yep. And just so you know, it had the I gotta go, Julie. We got cows. Yeah, but I don't think that would have anything to do with it. I don't think we gotta go, Julie.
We
We
had that
got
on the
cows.
intro?
I had it in text as the title because we've been playing around in Minecraft or whatever.
Yeah, but you should be able to just put whatever the fuck you want as a text tile, right? As long as it's not an audio or a video.
Audio or
copyright.
video, yeah. I didn't put the
Yeah, I
audio
think you
from the
can
movie
text
in
whatever the
there.
fuck you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I just reset the. I just
He
reset.
said
Yeah,
YouTube is working now.
I just reset it and it's working now. So
Awesome.
either way, onward and upward.
So what'd you
Drive-through
do for the
day
weekend?
and tequila day. Okay. I did not drink any tequila because last time I was drunk on tequila, I about broke my foot kicking bowling balls down the.
Last time you were drunk on Catila, you couldn't even
Yeah.
say it.
I kicked bowling balls down the alley and
It doesn't even sound good.
no, it wasn't. That's why I don't drink tequila anymore. I don't drink anything clear, honestly.
Really?
I drink Sprite. I drank a whole 2 liter of Sprite yesterday.
I think the
In
last
like an
time
hour
I
and a half.
did. You gotta do the chug challenge. They say that it's impossible to take like the 16-ounce Sprites and chug one, just like your normal standard size
could probably
bottle or
do it.
whatever,
I could probably do
without burping.
Without burping, no. But I could do it. Like if I could burp and just chug one in 30, 45 seconds. All right, I'm going to ban everybody. I will ban everyone in here. I will shut this motherfucker down so fast. I'm talking to you, Jason. Bannable offense. I don't want to know. He said Carson Garrett, Heat 1 winner.
That dude was on a rail last night too.
Oh yeah, he's been solid last 3 or 4 nights, man. I've got like
he's
fucking something on my nose here. It fucking hurts real bad.
Probably your finger.
Ow, it's been bothering me all day. It's like I pinched my nose or something. Cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Snorting.
So no tequila.
No tequila.
What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this
golf,
weekend?
didn't
I went to the golf course and worked Saturday. And what did we do Saturday night? Nothing. We sat here and played Minecraft.
We did. Till very late.
Till very late. We went to eat at Texas Roadhouse Saturday. So we got that done. And then I had one of my best rounds I've played in a while. I shot 83 at a big course week, Saturday or Sunday. And we just went and took our nephew Vinny over to the par 3 course and had him hit a few balls and messed around. That's pretty much it. I reinstalled my iRacing. I got that all up and running again.
You were playing that some the other night. Actually,
yeah.
I think you did. You were playing that some
I don't
Saturday
even see it, but I got my chair ready to go over there. Got my little dune buggy chair ready to go. Pedals are underneath the thing. I received selfies from Keith Bradley's photo shoot for the. Oh, that's what I was getting ready to say. I was sitting here thinking about what I was getting ready to say. On behalf of Keith Bradley's support for the Just Got Off podcast, he's basically been here since day one. He's become a staple for every episode with his comedic relief and stuff. We will be issuing a limited edition Keith Bradley "How You Doing" t-shirt. Limited edition. I got the graphics ready.
If he can get us the right one.
If he can get us the right selfie where, it's something like, I don't know if you're watching Keith, but we need one that's like this, okay? It's like 2 fingers, like this, and then like.
I'm sure he can go watch the new Barbie movies that's in theaters right now.
Yeah.
And pick something off of the selfie there.
So, and then what we'll do is if we ever see a Keith Bradley shirt on like a broadcast from like Dirt Vision or something like that, we will get you some free merch from Just Got Off Podcast. If we see a Keith Bradley shirt out there somewhere. Like if you're at a racetrack and you come up to me and you're wearing Keith Bradley's shirt, I will personally mail
I'll buy you a beer.
I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you 6 beers. I'll buy you beers for the night. If you're wearing a Keith Bradley shirt and you see me at a racetrack, let's do that. How about that? Beers for the night for you if you walk up to me at a racetrack and you're wearing a Keith Bradley t-shirt.
I'm just saying, you better hope my dad don't buy one, and you have to buy him beers at a racetrack,
Hey, listen.
because you're going home broke.
Let's see. So if beers are, $4, $5, $6, I'm only in it for $50 because I don't see your dad drinking more than 8 beers without passing out. So
Fred can put him down.
he may be able to put them down, but he ain't gonna drink 8 of them because I'll just keep going.
Even if I'm wearing one, do I get a free beer? I would have bought you a beer the other night, last night, but you would have been at Lawrenceburg. But
Even if I'm wearing one, do I get? Yes, Keith Bradley,
Yeah,
you get free
I was
beer.
saying I would have
Yeah.
bought him one last night, but
You have earned at
well.
least one free beer. I can't wait till Wade Fields gets a hold of this and gets hold of a Keith Bradley's shirt. Wade
He's
Fields
gonna
is
find
Keith
all the
Bradley's
push-
number one
yeah.
fan.
he's gonna find all the push off lanes and stuff and go stand in front of the cameras for fun.
Right.
Oh shit.
That's good. So limited edition Keith Bradley shirts coming to the merch store very, very soon. Once I get them all rendered and done, I'll post something on social media. If you're not following the social media, you're fucking up. I've been a little more active on there. We've been posting some things.
Oh yeah.
I wish somebody would get on the TikTok. That way we can get 1,000 followers. We need 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can stream live on TikTok. That's all we need.
We may just have to log into mine temporarily and use mine because I've got like 4,500 followers. So we may just have to use mine and just kind of use it to build the following.
Well, it's not going to
Get-
build a
get some
TikTok if
people
we're
to hop
using
over.
yours.
Yeah, but we could post our TikTok in my TikTok link and tell them, hey, you're in here? Go follow that one. We got to try and boost that one so we can start,
We
You
just need to
get
get
it? Come
1,000
on.
followers. I get it.
I
But, okay, you can handle that then.
Okay.
I'll just need your login credentials. That way I can put it in the restream. We got
Perfect.
one more account we can put in the restream. We can stream to 5 at one time.
5 at one time?
5
That's
at one
impressive.
time. We've got 4. We've got Kick, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch still. I haven't completely pulled the plug on Twitch. Just because they've actually been really, really good to me over the years.
Yeah.
They recently just made some changes that I really didn't agree with about cutting advertising revenue for lower sponsored streamers and things like that, and just some changes and updates and things that I don't really agree with. Anyway,
Gotcha. I think you're up.
I'm up.
Your history lesson.
The history lesson. Yes, I've got a few of them.
did you do them?
I'm trying to decide where I want to start here. I'm just a huge history buff anyway, so like I remember a lot of these things from school, and I'm like, oh, that was today. That was cool. And the people are like, oh, well, how does he even remember that stuff? But in 1660 AD, after the birth of Christ, the Great Fire of Constantinople, 2/3 of the city is destroyed, including 280,000 wooden houses, with a death toll of around 40,000.
Jesus.
Yeah. In 1793, France passed its first copyright law.
I'm laughing at my dad. Sorry. In the comments, we are talking about him and the beers, and he says, I'm not passing out at 8 beers, but I'm much easier to get along with from that point.
Well, see, if you're with me, you're going to drink them fast enough to where you won't want to drink anymore because your belly will be full. Because I'll be like, Fred, you need another beer? I'm going. And then by the time you say no, I'm already gone. And if I'm bringing you a beer back, you're drinking it. What'd I say? Oh, copyright law. Yeah, 1793.
Copyrights, yep.
France passed its first copyright law. Do you remember a while back it was like the first voyage of the Oregon Trail people going across?
I've heard about it, yeah.
A few episodes ago, I mentioned that on this day in history.
Yep.
In 1832, Benjamin Bonneville leads the first wagon train across the Rocky Mountains by Wyoming's South Pass. So go back a few episodes, and that's how long it took them to get from there to the Rocky
Damn.
Mountains.
Yeah,
Neat,
before
huh?
this whole deal's over with, you're gonna have a whole fucking timeline of crossing the country.
I will, yeah. I got another one coming up
Pretty
too.
cool. Yeah.
In 1866, Tennessee was the first Confederate state to be readmitted to the Union. In 1870, the Transcontinental Railroad, do you remember that? With the golden spike and everything?
Yeah.
The first U.S. rail service began today in 1870. So
Damn.
literally the first trip across the United States on the Transcontinental Railroad was today in 1870.
That'd be pretty nerve-wracking. I couldn't imagine being one of the first guys to do that.
Better buy,
So much shit to go wrong.
Yeah, better buy a shirt, Fred. Yep. Gotta buy stuff. Gotta buy merch. We have not sold any merch yet at all. And
Bullshit.
I don't see how that's possible. I mean, I'll look right now. Maybe somebody bought something a while back, but how do I get to this shit?
Bullshit.
Hold on a second. Time out. Merch store. Storefront. Balance. Paid orders. Zilch.
Jesus.
I mean, do the graphics suck? What's the deal here? There's some cool stuff on there. There's friggin' socks and shoes on there, for Christ's
I'm
sakes.
honestly surprised that we haven't sold like beer glasses. Like Keith hadn't bought one of those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know your mom's gonna buy a tumbler, but she's been busy playing Minecraft. So
She has. She about got me to watch me freak out. I think it was last night, maybe the night before. It wasn't last night. I was playing on there, and how do you keep a witch from killing you?
kill her faster than she kills you.
She poisoned me.
You just kill her.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Just kill her faster. If she poisoned you, then I don't remember how to get rid of the poison. I don't remember, honestly. I just always killed them faster than she killed me.
What fucked me is I was trying to get back to the house, and yeah, she fucking killed me. Like I was going back, and it's just dunk, 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 dropping my health backwards,
Yeah.
and I couldn't do anything about it. I ended up dying behind my mom's house.
Oh man. Okay,
So
here we
I
go.
respawned and then took off running back over there, and then grabbed all my shit, but I still lost all my levels.
So the cure all, and I didn't know that this would cure it as well. But the oldest way to cure poison is by drinking a bucket of milk. So run over to one of the cows, hit alt click on the cow,
That's the
Drink.
first witch I've ever seen,
drink the milk.
and she fucked me up because I didn't know how to handle her.
Yep, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah, there's all
Uh,
kinds of shit on there, Mom. There's turtles and everything. She asked why there was turtles on there. We almost got a panda. Me and Dano went on an adventure on there the other night, and we almost got a panda bear back into our boat and traveled back.
And then I caught it on fire.
Yep, Dano fucked up and caught it on fire, and it sat there and burnt to death in front of us and made all
It made
these sad
it made the
sounds.
saddest sound ever, dude.
You would too if somebody caught your ass on
No,
fire.
I'm saying I've been playing fucking Minecraft for ages, and I've caught cows and sheep and pigs and all kinds of crap on fire, and it's like they're like, "Rrr, rrr." This one was like,
chirping.
It
Yeah.
was terrible, dude.
So bad, dude.
It was bad. I felt so bad. And then there was a baby one, and it was all better.
Yeah, until we fed it, and then it
Until we
got
fed it.
fat.
Got
It
fat.
like became an adult, like by snapping your fingers, and then he was slow as shit. So we
Yeah.
just left him behind. We didn't even try to bring him back because we don't have enough bamboo to feed his fat ass. So,
All right.
but I did hop on there today, and somehow we have a dog now. Who's got the fucking pet dog?
I
he's
don't
standing
know.
Outside in front of the house.
Your
and he
buddy
ate one of my
Zach.
steaks.
He brings cats over here. I'm banning him from the server. The cats are fucking
God
annoying.
dang it!
I'm a cat person,
Well-
but them cats are fucking annoying. I'm telling you.
We'll just kill them and skin them.
Yeah.
We'll make something out of it and give it to him as a gift from his cats.
All right.
All right, go away.
More
Back to
history stuff.
Sorry.
In 1877, for the first time, federal troops are used to combat strikers. In 1880, the first commercial hydroelectric power plant in the world begins generating electricity in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Nice.
Kind of neat.
I wonder if that had to do something or had something to do with like the General Motors stuff, like all the
Probably.
because that's up
Yeah.
there by the Detroit, isn't it? How close is Grand Rapids?
Oh,
Because that used to be like a big fucking like factory city,
Grand Rapids to Detroit.
big
2 hours and
manufacturing
30
city, I
minutes.
guess.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I don't know.
And it's actually Detroit is to the southeast, like south by southeast.
Yeah,
So it's kind of far away.
yeah, because it's just inside.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. If you're curious about that, look it up. In 1911, American explorer Hiram Bingham discovered Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas.
Nice.
That was a
The
huge
Incas. Yeah.
that was a huge historical find that like unlocked secrets to fucking languages and crazy fucking shit that we had no clue about, like Mexico and like the Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayans and all that. Yeah.
That'd be pretty wild. I had a teacher when she was teaching us about the Mayans and stuff that or the Aztecs, that's what it was. Like they were like these little soldiers, and she stood up on a stool in the middle of the classroom and was doing like an Aztec chant in 5th grade. Never
Huh.
forget it.
Interesting.
That teacher straightened my ass out because I was always in trouble up until that point, and that was a turning point in my young life. She put the fear of God in me a few times, but she was the sweetest lady ever.
A couple episodes ago, we talked about John Lennon refusing to leave the United States on a marijuana charge.
Right.
In 1967, the Beatles signed a position in Times Magazine to legalize marijuana.
How ironic.
Yeah, how ironic. In 1969, at 12:51 Eastern Daylight Savings Time, Apollo 11 returns to the Earth after taking the first astronauts to the moon and returning them safely.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool. And yeah, I always think of the fucking Facebook posts that's like they faked the moon landings. It was all CGI, and then they show a picture of like CGI in 1969. It was literally like a fucking dot on a screen.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so stupid.
Have you actually looked into some of that shit? Like what do they call it? Like the conspiracy theories?
Oh yeah, I
on
could
if
fucking
we've
go
actually
down.
been up there and stuff.
Yeah, I could go down fucking rabbit holes and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing that's fucked up is like the flag that they planted on the thing, on the lunar surface, is
Yeah.
like on display in like the Smithsonian. Okay, it's like in a museum, right? But they say that like if you had like the Hubble telescope or whatever, you can literally like go like there's so much not going on the moon. You could go up there and those footprints and shit are still there. Like you can zoom in on them. Like
Yeah, but that was the other thing too, is like the picture of the flag that's sitting there.
right.
We're getting into it now. But why is the flag blowing? Why is it standing out like there's wind? But there is no wind on the moon.
Right, because
That was one of
there's
them.
because that was a specialty flag that they made with wire sewn into the fabric to make it stand out. Because the scientists already knew that space is a vacuum and there is no air moving in space.
So that was a legit like
Yes.
wire woven flag.
Yes. Okay, we gotta look this up.
We don't have to dive this deep. I didn't know. I'm learning. I was just reading. That was just one of the conspiracy theories I remember. Another one was like, why is the shadow of the flag and the shadow of the guy walking like opposite? Because like, if your light source, like right now, the light source is aiming at me. If I put my phone up, the shadow for my phone and me is gonna be behind me.
Right.
So the light source on the guy and the flag, the shadows were in opposite directions. And the only light source up at the moon is the sun.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see the image that you're talking about right now. but it may have been yeah, I mean, fuck, who knows?
See, there's all kinds of different things.
But yeah,
Alright, we don't have to
they
go this
literally
deep into
yeah,
it.
they literally unfurled the flag. It had like wire in it and stuff, and it had an L-shaped bracket that looked like a fucking shower curtain, and when they unfurled it, that's why it's standing straight out.
Huh.
But it appears the picture that you're talking about, at the base of the flag, there's like a small little ridge where like the shadow would normally be.
Right.
There's a small little ridge right there that's actually hiding the shadow of the flag. And then there's another shadow right at the base of the flag going the other way that appears to be some kind of like stick. I don't know, weird. Anyway, about opened a can of worms there. Shit.
I gotta show this on the podcast. Jason Benazdal just messaged me, and he said, "I'm about to whip this cat's ass," and he sent me this picture, and it's his cat standing in front of his TV while he's trying to watch the sprint car.
What you give for sharing heat race, dick? I don't know Jason
know
at
it.
all.
Looks like Jason Persley is winning Heat Race 3. Sorry, I had to.
until he flips his dick off.
Oh, be nice.
Nope, I know it. I call my drivers out. Call them out.
Oh, do you have any more on history?
Yep, I got 3 more.
Yeah, let's go.
American newscaster Christine Chubbuck is the first person to commit suicide during a live TV broadcast.
Well, fuck, that's a downer.
Yep. In 1998, Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Hanks, Edward Burns, and Matt Damon, is released.
I've still never seen it.
I love that movie. Gotta watch it every time. Same with Forrest Gump. I think it's a Tom Hanks thing. I like Tom Hanks in like semi-war movies, you know. In 2018, this is the last one. Singer Demi Lovato is hospitalized after a drug overdose in Los Angeles.
Jesus.
That's pretty much
That
it.
was on this day today, huh?
Yep, this day today in 2018.
God damn it, Demi.
That's pretty much it. And there was some, stuff and things, and
Stuff and things.
Well,
you're gonna like my next topic, and we're gonna roll
wait
right into
wait
it.
a second. Hold on. Here's one I just
Uh-oh.
sent. In 2022, wild monkey attacks on at least 42 people, including in their homes in Yamaguchi City, Japan, led police to be armed with tranquilizers.
What the fuck? Why did we not hear about this?
I
Did
don't,
anybody
because
else
it's
hear about these
Japan.
monkey attacks?
Because in 2022, they were still fighting whether or not we should wear masks or not.
Jesus Christ. I still see people riding around in their fucking cars with them on.
Dumbasses.
I can't even, man. I don't have any problem with people that want to wear their mask, but there's limitations to it.
You're riding around in
And
your car.
Riding in your car by yourself with a fucking mask on is a little bit much.
Keith just said he ordered some merch. Thanks, Keith.
I see that.
Probably does.
Yeah, that's probably all it is. I hope he got him a beer glass.
I hope he got him a beer glass. And
what he needs to do,
hat.
He needs to get a hat, a beer glass, fill the beer glass up, make sure it's nice and sudsy on the top, and then do a selfie with that so we can use that for the t-shirt.
Oh, good idea. I want to get this fucking graphic.
Keith, if you forgot the hat and the beer glass, go back and get it. Run now.
All right, John.
Man. Oh,
tell us about.
We have a very exciting weekend coming up, and I am fucking pumped. I think a tumbler will work. That's okay, Keith. He said he got a tumbler. That's okay.
That's okay.
But I think a lot of people that truly know me know how obsessed, obviously, me and my wife are with escape rooms, and then me personally know how obsessed I am with the prison Alcatraz. I actually got to go there my senior year and do the self-guided tour around there and check out the grounds. You actually are in the fucking prison, walking around in the same cells that all these people were held in and everything. And that is one of the escape rooms that we are doing this weekend down in Nashville. It is an Alcatraz-based escape room down in Nashville. So I just thought no better topic to talk about that I'm passionate about than The Great Escape. One, it's an escape room for this week. Two, I wanted to see, you're a big history buff. I wanted to see how much you knew about the big escape from Alcatraz.
Okay.
Do you know anything about it? Names of the guys, how it happened, time span?
Not necessarily. The only thing I really know about Alcatraz is they made a movie called Escape from Alcatraz. I think it was the late 70s, early 80s. They made that movie.
Yep. Clint Eastwood.
And then it was featured in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as one of the bonus
Yep.
islands you skate around.
And there's also another movie called The Rock that's got Nicolas Cage in it. Yes.
Got Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Yep.
That's the only thing I know. All right, I'm ready. Educate me. Is there something I can read along? Where's my Cliff Notes?
I don't think you'll need those. So it basically started out as a weapon place where the military kept their weapons and stuff years and years ago. And then it ended up becoming a military prison. So they ended up keeping people there for like military people as prisoners. And the federal government ended up saying, hey, we are making this a federal prison for the most dangerous inmates, some of the most craziest ones we've got in this country, all over the world.
All right.
And what they did is they took the military prisoners and they made them build the rest of the prison to the federal standards to make it to where it's not one of those places that is hard to get in, but you can't get out. Like they made it to those, but they actually took the prisoners and made them build it.
Well,
so
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. So there were actually 3 gentlemen that got out. What's up, Zach? There were actually 3 gentlemen that got out that escaped in June 11th of 1962. They had planned it for about 6 months, and there was actually 4 guys involved. One of them was well, they got two of them were brothers, John and Clarence Anglin. And then I'm drawing a blank on the other one too. God, what the fuck was his name? One of them that actually said that he was part of the like planning process. West. I'm trying to think of what the fuck his name was. That's driving me crazy. But yeah, so one of the main masterminds was Frank Morris, but this one West guy or whatever, he was saying that he had actually had to do the duties of cleaning behind something up in the rafters above the his cells, and he found where they had repaired the ceiling but didn't put the vent back. So there was a way that if you could get out of your cell and behind a little maintenance hall kind of that they never patrolled behind the cells, that you could get up to that vent and get out on the roof. So these guys had planned for 6 months. They had found, and like with all the saltwater corrosion on the concrete, they were kind of picking around. There's an air vent, a little 6-inch by 10-inch air vent in the back of every cell. And they were kind of picking the concrete around there and finding out that it was falling apart. So backstory that Frank Morris had actually been through the orphanage and stuff. He didn't have family and had been through the prison systems. He had actually escaped a prison in Georgia, which is what landed his ass there at Alcatraz. And the 2 Anglin boys, they were actually siblings of like 14 kids total. They were farmers from down in the South, plantationists, and they were in the system as robbers, but they were like non-violent to the point to where they actually robbed a bank for 20 grand back then with a toy gun. Yeah. So, but they actually tried escaping a prison, failed, and then they shipped them to Alcatraz too. But they had actually met up with Frank Morris previously. But anyway, they planned all this out. They worked really hard through the prison. One of them like worked into the I want to call it a butcher shop, and I know that's not right. The barber shop, And in order to, once they got the holes cut out in the back part of the cell to where they can get into that hallway, they had to figure out two things. Now we have a fucking big ass hole in the back of our cell. And two, we can't go back there and work and figure out how we're going to get out from here if they're going around doing head checks every hour.
Right.
So they had actually got some materials, some different cardboard, papers, paints, plasters, concretes, and actually hair clippings from the barbershop and made these fake mannequin heads and made them look real. And they just stuffed a bunch of shit under their bed and laid the head underneath
Wow.
there. And when they'd come around and do the checks, they'd just see a head there and think they were sleeping in their bunk and wouldn't do nothing about it. And meanwhile, they
That's
were
fucking,
behind there.
that's fucking
planning
great.
stuff. So one of the guys was working somewhere in one of the wings of the prison, and he was able to get his hands. So it was an old military, place, right?
Right.
So they used to have like all these military grade raincoats, like high tech, like rubber shit.
Yeah.
And he was stealing these raincoats just one at a time, and they were cutting the sleeves off of them, hooking them all together, and was building a big ass raft, and was using the backs of it as the bottom part of a raft. It ended up being like, I think it was like 6 foot or 6 foot by 14 foot.
Wow.
And they were building a big ass raft for all of them to go over. But they were actually using like steam, like hot steam pipes, and was melting the rubber together to make sure that it sealed up.
Wow.
But they had
fucking
planned all this
crazy.
shit out to the point to where they had music hour every night. So one night, like the Anglin brothers, one of them would be chipping away at their cell, the other one would be on watch. And then Frank Morris would be chipping away at his cell, and the other guy, that West that was involved, he would be on watch. And then they would alternate the next night. But they would do it during music hour to where nobody could hear, and they just chip away at shit until they were finally out. But it came down to the final night when they decided, hey, we're going to do this. This is the time. Warden was on vacation. Like, all the guards were pretty laid back, and they got out of the hole. Well, what had happened is the guy West or whatever, he was working hard on the raincoats and trying to get all that shit done, and he actually had got his hole too big and had added concrete back to it to try and fill it in a little bit. And he had been working hard on the raincoats and couldn't get it chipped back out. And when it was time, he ran out. Like they were ready to go. They were behind the wall and they tried kicking it out, like kicking through it, and it wasn't working. And he ended up getting left behind.
Wow.
So one of the guys that had worked his ass off this whole time and was supposedly one of the main planners for it was no longer going to be able to go, and he ended up getting left behind. And like he ended up getting out. So anyway, the three guys get out, they get out on the water, and they're never heard from again, ever. They get past everything and they get out to sea, and nobody's ever heard from them since.
Wow.
But the one guy had got out there like an hour or two later, that West, he had finally got through his wall, and they left him an oar. They had built an oar out of like old plywood and shit, and they left him a raft and a life reserve vest that they had made out of the sleeves and shit. But he knew that it was too late. Like, and there was a guard that had changed schedules on one of the towers and would see him if he actually had went down. It like he missed his window.
Right.
And he said he sat up there, watched the sunrise, and went back down in his cell and went to sleep because he knew that he was going to have to answer a fuck ton of questions when they came around and had everybody standing at their cell, and they were 3 short.
Right.
So, but yeah, he actually told him, he's like, if you guys will shorten my term and not keep me, hold me for an attempted escape or whatever, I'll tell you everything you want to know. And he told him all the shit that happened and stuff.
Wow.
But they were never heard from again. There's been like little traces to where like the families would get like postcards sent. Of course, like I said, this is back in 1961. So they're over time, like the Anglin brother, like Frank Morris, nobody's ever heard fucking shit from him ever because he doesn't have family. They don't have anybody to contact and say, hey, have you heard from your brother or your husband or whatever? Because
Right.
he didn't have any family because he was through the orphanage his whole life. But the Anglin brothers, like I said, they had like 13 fucking siblings, and their mom and dad was still alive, and they were pretty close family. They were all a little crooked, but yeah, apparently they were getting postcards for the holidays, like Christmas cards and shit, and but they couldn't tell because of the post date. It just said, hey, like John Anglin, Merry Christmas from, and it would tell them who it was.
Wow.
So there's your little history lesson of Alcatraz, and I hope
Awesome.
that they don't disappoint me this Saturday.
So I was just kind of trying to follow along here, and I jumped on the wiki here. But it says, contrary to popular belief, it was possible to escape, swim all the way to shore from Alcatraz. However, during its 29 years of operation, the penitentiary claimed that no prisoners successfully escaped.
Right.
A total of 36 prisoners made 14 escape attempts, 2 men trying twice, 23 were caught alive, 6 were shot and killed during their escape, 2 drowned, and 5 were listed as missing and presumed drowned.
Some of those actually were said they were shot, but they actually climbed to the top of the fence, which was like a 50-foot fence, and they shot them, and then they died from the fall.
Right.
But like they would say that the prisoners were saying that they would be gunfire all the time out on the yard when they'd be out there, and it was the guards up in the tower with their rifles shooting logs floating around out in the bay just to sight their rifles in to make sure everything was ready to go.
So it also says the most violent incident occurred on May 2nd, 1946, when a failed escape attempt by 6 prisoners led to the Battle of Alcatraz.
Yep. 2 guards ended up getting killed. They ended up getting locked.
Along with 3 of the perpetrators.
Yep, they ended up getting locked into the armory.
Cool. I'm excited for
one of the other things too that they used to do is that John and Clarence Anglin, the brothers, actually grew up swimming in cold waters and high currents and stuff. So they were kind of seasoned and had experience with it. Frank Morris wasn't a very good swimmer, but one of the things that they would do at Alcatraz is the waters out in the bay were always very cold, like cold enough that, it would just completely numb your body and put you into hypothermia.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things they would do at the Alcatraz is they would make them take really fucking hot showers. That way, if they ever did escape, then it would put their body in immediate shock because their body was not used to being
right whenever they get wet,
ever hitting cold water. Every time they would get wet, they were used to being extremely hot. So they would always keep the temperatures warm there. That way, if anybody ever did escape and have to want to go ahead and try and fucking swim across there, that it would put their bodies in hypothermic shock.
Holy crap.
I love it, dude. I was listening to podcasts and shit on it. Like, I'm getting really excited for it. I'm really pumped to go this weekend.
It's probably the thing is, it's probably Alcatraz themed, but it's got like nothing to do with Alcatraz.
And that's what Karina said too. I told her, I was like, man, I've been listening to podcasts and like tuning.
I hope it's not. I hope it's
well, most of the escape rooms and shit are like you're not supposed to have to have prior based knowledge to get through them. You know what I mean? Like they can't. It's like the submarine survival one that we did that one time. Me and her, like, you're not supposed to know fucking sonar, like, but there is a little bit in there, you know, or you're not supposed to know, what the fuck, Morse code. But there's so many rooms that we've done to where they give you a chart, obviously, like, but you got to kind of learn it. But yeah, but that's what she was saying. She's like, you're probably not gonna have to use any of this. I'm like, yeah, but
I like it. Shut up.
I know, but I want to do it. I want to go back. Like,
that's like me and like guitar shit. You know what I mean? Like if you put me in a guitar themed room that's fucking Gibson and Gibson serial numbers and stuff like that, I'm gonna fucking destroy that room. Like that room will, like, I'm gonna nail it every time. But on the other hand of things, if you put me in like, what's the best shit to wash dishes in? Fuck, I don't know. Water.
Dawn, duh.
Dawn. I thought that was for ducks that got caught in oil spills.
Fuck, dude. It can't clean that goddamn spaghetti bowl, but it'll take the oil off that duck's wings.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
But yeah, I figured that'd be a pretty good topic, the Great Escape, and try and get us all tuned up a
Heck
little
yeah,
bit.
that's cool, man.
I think we're gonna end up having 6 escape rooms scheduled while we're down there, and that is by far number one that I am most excited for.
I'm excited
I'm
for
excited
you.
for one Friday night too, for the haunted cabin. That
Yeah.
one sounds pretty damn cool too.
You know, and honestly, I'm excited we're even going on a trip because, you know, I mean, we're going to be down there with like Opry Mills Mall and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're
hoping,
actually going to be in Opry Mills Mall a couple times because we have dinner reservations on Saturday night at the aquarium restaurant.
right.
So you basically
So
sit
I'm
in booths and there's
hoping-
aquarium glass around you.
I'm hoping that the little Gibson guitar factory is still in the mall down there.
Look it up. I bet you it is. Pull it up. Get
See.
that little keyboard a tapping. I'm sure it is.
The Gibson.
We still got to go to that Smith. I think it's Smith Creek Moonshine that's in the Opry Mills Mall too. We got to find out the taste testing times and stuff for that and go try that.
Oh yeah, it's called the Gibson Showcase is what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you. Uno momento, por favor. I am looking it up here.
There goes.
Oh,
minimum
it says
of
it's
an hour
permanently
today.
closed. God damn
Are
it.
you kidding me?
Oh well, that
That kind
sucks.
of sucks too, because especially being the city of Nashville, something like that being closed.
Well,
That
the Gibson factory is in Nashville. So if you wanted to see
Yeah.
how the Gibson guitars are made or whatever, we could go do that. But we'll have to hit a guitar
Yeah.
center or something down there. That way you can actually say that you've seen me physically in person play a guitar.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna make that happen. We gotta get to one of your guys' deals and here too. We've got to figure out a date that'll work for mom and dad and all of us to go and make a trip of it.
Like to,
So-
if we could book somewhere closer to Indy, it'd probably be a little easier for you guys. But
Yeah, but that kind of gets out of your guys' realm too. So.
yeah, I mean we've gone all over the fucking place.
Hell yeah.
All right, so
What do you got? What's your topic?
we talked about this on a previous episode, kind of touched on it. Actually, I don't even think it was on the episode, but me and you talked about it. Do you think that your phone listens to you talk? And
Yeah, we already established this.
We're
Remember,
gonna-
it was the
we're
gaming
gonna-
chair.
yeah, with the gaming chair. So it happened again. Was something totally different. And I'm convinced now that they are not just listening to what you say, they are seeing and listening to what you think about. Because let me see if it's gonna
Okay.
let me see if it's
Explain.
gonna pop up on let me see if it'll pop up on my Facebook. There's a bunch of things that I was looking
Can your
at.
phone hear me? Like, is your audio playing through your
Yes,
speakers?
yes. My audio
Shiny
is
purple dildos. Sorry. I was just seeing what's going to come up on your screen.
So
Vibrating sex toys.
it definitely heard you.
Oh, God.
I'll see if it.
Oh, no.
we're
Can
gonna.
you even show the image on here?
I don't know. We're
Don't
gonna
lie,
find out.
Dano's fucking lying. That was already at the top
Oh,
of the search history.
it said vibrating sex toys, and it brought up an ad of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Jerry Jones.
Oh, Jerry Jones. Oh, let's see. So, here's a prime fucking example. My phone has been sitting here on the desk listening to us talk, right?
Okay.
I mentioned something earlier. For our non-video listeners and watchers, that says Massage Lux. I said something about my massage therapist earlier.
Wow. I got. What is that on Facebook?
Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll down through here and see if I can find anything on.
Oh,
my
here you
phone
go.
while we're talking.
Here's a perfect example.
What's this one?
That is an ad for tequila.
That's wild, dude.
I'm just going to keep scrolling here.
Man, I'm not
See.
finding anything on mine yet.
I
Oh,
can't.
I know they were listening earlier because I told you that I couldn't come in here yet because I was using my CNC laser, and now there's an ad on there for Glowforge to create beautiful things from wood. What
Right.
the fuck? I guess I don't pay attention. I'm so used to like just power scrolling now to like if it's not somebody that I know or see that I
Hey.
just keep on going. Hang on, what's this one? I'm a little bit behind here. Saving Private Ryan, holy shit.
Isn't
That's
that
wild,
not
man.
fucked or what? Literally the 3-4 things that we've talked about. It caught bits and pieces of it. So, I'm going to confirm right here and right now that it, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was thinking about something the other day, like buying something off Amazon or something like that. And I know that I didn't
wow.
mention it to anyone because I was the only one in the dealership for like 30 minutes. And I was sitting there by myself and I was just fucking scrolling through Facebook, and then I set my phone down and I was like typing on the computer, writing an email to a guy, and I was like, maybe I need to get like a new little like tablet holder or something, like a little stand that I can put behind the tee box and make it a little easier for me to film my videos with my cameras. I'm thinking this to myself. And then I open my phone and I'm like looking at stuff, and next thing you know, here comes fucking ads for fucking tripods for fucking GoPros.
Wow. Well,
And
here's
I'm
one
like,
here's one too that I didn't even think about. Last night I was sitting with Ronnie at the racetrack, and he was asking me if me and Steven watch any of the Formula One stuff. Look at this one.
yeah, bam, right there.
It's a F1 Clash car manager
Yep.
racing game.
Mhm.
Wow.
Probably not, Fred. I mean,
I don't even know if we should say what he said.
probably
I don't
not.
think I'm gonna say that. Hey,
So
anybody that
I
wants
was
to know
just
what the
thinking
fuck my
about that.
dad's talking
Like,
about,
I
just click on it.
was like,
Yeah, I'm still scrolling. Keep talking. I'm just still
I
scrolling,
just,
seeing if anything else comes up.
I honestly think that like if it does in the next 20 years, we'll find out that it did, and there'll be some kind of huge fucking like multi-trillion-dollar fucking settlement
Yeah.
that like Apple or Google
Yeah.
or whatever has to
Yeah.
fucking
We're
pay.
sitting here talking about escape rooms. Look, an escape room game just popped up on my phone.
Yep. Yeah, I'm
That's
telling you,
right on
man.
my feed. Wow.
Telling you.
It's kind of annoying.
If I get
honestly.
ads for
Like,
fucking
it's one
shiny
of those
purple
things.
dildos tomorrow, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
You better just fucking order one. Just call it a day. But no, it's one of those things that it's annoying, but at the same time, like you said, it could be handy. Like if it's something that you're looking for and you think it'd be cool and it could make a difference, like you were wanting a tripod, to film your shiny purple dildo stuff. Now you got one. So
Right. And now it's a constant reminder.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's the problem. Is it's cool up until you find one that you like.
Right.
And you order it and you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And then once
Well,
you have it, there's like 8 different fucking models and
Well, yeah, what
companies that
fucking
are
pisses
still
me off is the
advertising it.
fucking spam. Like,
Yeah.
like I searched for a gaming chair a while back. We talked about this before. I searched for a gaming chair a while back. They had them on sale like fucking Black Friday or whatever. And next thing you know, I'm getting one from fucking Temu, and I'm getting one from fucking Wish.com, and Blizzard.io, and Freestyle My Cup gaming chairs, and fucking Logitech camera gaming chairs. And it's like every third fucking post is a fucking ad for the best and most comfortable ergonomic gaming chair ever built. And you fucking like you can't get away from it. It's fucking so annoying, man. God.
Yeah.
And I understand that like companies pay for that and stuff like that to be able to see that. We pay Facebook and stuff for advertising ads and things like that to, if you search for, 2012 Ford Focus, or used cars, you're probably going to see an Auto House Superstore ad at some point in time because we pay for Facebook to sponsor those and promote
Keywords
those
and
ads.
stuff,
Yeah.
right.
Keyword stuff, dudes fucking 30 to 40 years old that like sports cars. You'll see a fucking ad. Yeah. So I was just thinking about that earlier today. I was like, God damn, like holy crap.
Yeah, that it is kind of annoying. But I mean, it's crazy how many examples just in that 10 minutes time they're just discussing this that we could throw out there
Yeah.
from just things that were recently discussed.
Right.
Pretty wild.
All right. Hit me with some would you rathers.
Uh-oh. Would you rather be a detective or a pilot?
I think I'd rather be a detective. That would be fun.
Yeah. I think I would too.
Like,
the,
it would be like
the pilot
playing
has
a.
its pros too. I mean, but it's a lot of responsibility, dude. I mean, it really is. It's one of those deals that I mean, everybody's life is in your hands, and
Right. Yeah, I don't want that responsibility.
sometimes some things happen that's pretty far out of your control, and that's not okay with me.
Yep.
At least it's the detective shit that happens is kind of hidden. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to be a detective. It'd be
like a
you just
video,
do
like a real
undercover
life video
secret
game.
shit. Yeah, legit. I mean, you just go around and be nosy. That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
Would you rather walk barefoot in a public restroom or get food poisoning?
I'll walk barefoot in a public restroom. I fucking
Really?
hate being sick with fucking.
I
Oh
don't think I've ever had food poisoning.
God.
I've known
It
a
is.
lot of people that have, but
Well, remember how I felt a couple days ago, where I was just
last week,
like I was just like a fucking washed up piece of shit. Like I just. It's
Yeah.
like that, like times 10. It sucks. You puke, you fucking shit, you fucking snot. It's fucking terrible. Nothing you eat
Yeah.
will stay in your stomach. It's bad. I think I'd rather just because my feet are like calloused and hard as fuck anyway. So
Yeah, but my thing is I don't know, man. It's gonna be fucking nasty, and people are fucking nasty. I almost think I'd rather just get sick and just be done with it.
nah.
I don't want to walk on people's piss and shit and whatever else is on that fucking floor from their bodily functions.
I ain't gonna worry about it. I do not like to be fucking have any type of ailment whatsoever. I don't even like to have a fucking hangnail, dude. I do not like to be uncomfortable outside of my normal realm.
Yeah.
Period.
You're getting pretty old and set in your ways, that's for sure.
Yep. I like to do what I like to do, and that's it. And you can all fuck off about it.
Would you rather have $1 million in pennies or $100 million worth of ice cream?
Is the ice cream gonna stay frozen?
You gotta do what you gotta do. You got $100 million worth of ice cream.
It'll soon be $400 million
That's what I was thinking.
because
this morning,
I'm
too.
fucking gonna sell the shit out of that stuff for about 4
That's
times what it's worth.
Yeah. So let's see. How much is a gallon pail of ice cream right now on average?
Average price of a gallon of ice on it. U.S. retail price of ice cream. Let's see here. Currently, looks right around $5.50.
Yeah, holy shit. That means you would have 18.1 million fucking gallons of ice cream.
So your cost of goods. Okay, so not even your cost of goods. So if you sold that shit for $5, obviously that's 18. You don't even have.
You'd be a little under. Well, I mean, here, let's just do that because if
I'm distracted here. Let me think about.
I don't know because if you don't have anything, obviously nobody's spending $100 million on fucking ice cream unless you've already got it. So even if you turn around and sell it for $4,
If you sell it for
you're
$4,
still coming out at 400 million.
you still so you have $100 million worth of ice cream. So you basically you're making $300 million no matter what, regardless of whether you consider the $100 million a cost of goods. That's equity at this point.
But my thing is, do you know anybody that you can sell 18.1
I don't
million
care.
gallons of ice cream to?
I don't care if it's fucking Prairie Farms. If you want the fucking ice cream, you can give me $2 for it because I already have. I'm going to make as much money as I can, and then I'm going to give away the rest to the kids in the world that don't have fucking ice cream. Because if I got $100 million worth of ice cream, I only need about $12 worth. I'm going to give you a little bit, John, because you're an ice cream fucking fruitcake. And then we're going to go buy you a fruit farm, and we're going to grow all kinds of fruit and cool shit to fucking put in your ice cream, your personal ice cream, because I only like vanilla. And that's going to cost us probably...
You're going way off track here. That's not even close to my favorite. My favorite ice cream is the fish food one, which got the little chocolate Swedish
Well, see, that's
fish
what
in
I'm
there.
saying. We'll just buy...
And
We
marshmallow
have
cream and
$100
caramel.
million worth of ice cream. So if we sell $50 million worth of ice cream at $4 a thing, that's $200 million. We'll just give you whatever ice cream you want personally, and we'll buy whatever it is you want to make John Steed's race car edition ice cream. It's John Steed's Go Fast Jungle Juice ice cream. Whatever you want. John Steed's Monster Rehab Wild Berry Tea ice cream.
It is a
See,
Monster
right there,
Rehab,
bam.
so
Monster, where's our fucking sponsorship? We're plugging the shit out of this stuff tonight. It's great. I'm taking the
it
ice
could be the
cream.
Monster Wild Berry Tea ice cream. God
Um,
damn it.
You heard it here
I
first.
think I'm on board, man. I
Okay.
was just gonna say fuck the headache and just give me the $1 million in pennies, because I think here's the flip side of it. I think it would be funny as fuck to walk into a bank with $1 million in pennies and be like,
fucking A, right?
I need this in hundreds, please.
I need this in hundreds, please. Yeah. Absolutely. God.
Now let's figure that out. So
Okay.
how much? All right, what does a penny weigh? This is gonna be fun. I don't even fucking. It's 2.5 grams. Holy shit, that'd be fucking.
Hold on a second.
I was trying to figure out how much.
There's 100
$1
million pennies and $1
million.
million.
Yeah, correct.
So it's 100
So-
million times
Times
2.5.
grams. So that's 250 million grams.
How many grams in a pound?
Pound.
453.
That's how many grams.
250 million divided by 453.592.
0.592. So that would weigh. You'd have 551,156 pounds in pennies.
Now divide that by 2.
275,578
tons of pennies.
Oh yeah. That's
No, it's by 2,000. Sorry,
2,000.
2,000. Sorry, I don't know why I said 2.
275.5 tons of pennies.
All right, so what weighs
So how many?
275 tons?
Here's the other thing. We're going deep here. So, like your basic dump truck. What is the weight limit on your standard dump truck?
Okay,
know
the
how
average
many
locomotive weighs about 210 to 220 tons.
So it would weigh more than that.
Yeah, it would weigh more than one of those. It'd be equivalent to about 1.25 locomotives.
Holy shit!
The Statue of Liberty.
What? It would weigh more than the
It would
Statue
weigh
of
more
Liberty?
than the Statue of Liberty. It's 204 tons.
Oh my god!
That's cool.
I look. Oh my god! What did I say? 275 tons.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there we go. 275 divided by 14. So you would have to. So the standard dump truck will hold 14 tons. That's what they
Just
can
your
haul.
regular old dump truck, your
Right,
3-axle
right.
dump truck.
It can hold 14 tons. So you would need 20 dump trucks of pennies to roll up at that bank.
That
and
fucking
dig.
teller is fucking pissed.
Ma'am, I need you to step outside. I gotta show you something, and I'm hoping you can help me out today. I have a deposit slip here for $1 million. She's like, where's it at? Well, I need you to step outside, and I'll have fucking 20 dump trucks.
They're just
lined
lined
on the street.
up. And
Could
then
you
on the side
imagine?
of the truck, it's just got a label that says "F-U" with a $sign. It's called "Fuck You Money."
Literally, she just be like,
Fuck you! How you doing?
I'm
She's
going to
not
lunch.
no letter of resignation, no 2 weeks notice. She's fucking quitting right then and there. So $1 million.
She gets in her car, buddy, going to lunch.
Yeah. So to
Damn.
haul $1 million worth of pennies, you would need 20 dump trucks.
Wow.
So,
Where's my fucking the more you know graphic? God
I
damn it.
know. So back to the question: would you rather have $1 million in pennies or $100 million worth of ice cream? I think I'd have a lot more fun with the pennies.
I'd have a lot more fun with the pennies too.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Fucking
yeah,
A.
I'm selling the ice cream for sure. Going the ice cream, selling it. Selling at least 50% of it.
That's all I got for the would you rather's.
All right.
So
We have
all we got left is just to tip the topic.
Just the tip topic this week is the customer always right? I have worked retail since I was 14 years old. Only for a brief time that I was at the post office, I did not work retail. And I'll tell you firsthand experience, the customer is not always right. And not really citing specific references, but no, Karen, you dropped your guitar. You cannot return your guitar because it is busted. You are the one that dropped it. We have nothing to do with it. We offered you an extended warranty that covered those kinds of things. At the time of purchase, you declined, therefore waiving your right to any and all return policies involving physical damage. Please remove your washboard fucking weird ass half pear shaped fucking haircut from my store before I call the fucking police. Have a nice day.
See,
bitch.
here's what I was thinking since you were using a guitar, reference. So, like, do musicians go ahead and take that, and then they just bust their shit up on stage? Like do the old guitar crash?
Oh yeah.
And then just try and bring it back. Man,
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
badass show this weekend. I gotta get me set up with another one this weekend, man.
Yeah, this one fucked up, man. Yeah, we've had people try that shit. Yeah.
But it doesn't work?
No. Because
Even
I
if-
saw the picture on your fucking Facebook profile of you swinging the fucking guitar around your fucking head. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, dude. Like, if it was something like the guitar had, miraculously somehow broke the fucking headstock off of it without touching anything, or one of the tuning machines stripped out while you were tuning it.
Right.
I'm probably not going to replace the guitar for you, but I'll replace the tuning machine for you for free. No big deal.
Yeah, I think that customer's always right motto is bullshit.
It's 2023, man. Like,
People will do anything they can to get away with some of the dumbest shit ever.
yeah,
And
I mean, I'm guilty of it too, but
the washing machine.
the washing machine, yeah, but at that current point in time, I was right.
Yeah.
But that guy wasn't having it. And I'm a perfect
Well-
example of the customer is not always right. I was physically right, but he wasn't having it.
And that guy was just being petty about it, honestly.
Yeah, and he was being fucking petty about it. And, he may have resented the fact I called him a fat fucking dipshit, but
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. But
Told him
nah,
I was
I
gonna
don't.
fucking
I don't
pound his
agree.
glasses into his fucking eyeballs
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
calling him a fat
I
fuck.
don't agree with the whole like. There's just so much shit. Like people will give you a $10 bill to pay for something like at a fast food place, and they give you the change back. You'd be like, "No, I gave you a 20." Like, no, you didn't. You just gave me a 10. Like they're just trying to bank 10 extra dollars off of
Right.
them and change and
Yeah.
say, that's the ones that I see all the time is people saying like, no, I'm paying 20 something dollars for this and I gave you 100.
Right.
Like, where's
I
my
had an
fucking
instance one
change? Like I
time
see
where
shit like that all the time.
I had a bunch of quarters in the console in my car. I had like $20 in quarters or whatever. And this is a long time ago. So I pop in the gas station there in my local town and I hop in and this is before you had to prepay fucking everything. It's a day before payday. I need like $10 in gas to get myself to work and get myself back home so that I can go to the bank and cash my check the next day. And so I throw $10 in my tank and I buy a pack of cigarettes and on the thing and I hand this lady these like $15 in quarters and she's like, I can't accept that. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't accept that? She's like, I can't accept all those quarters as payment. I said, this is legal American currency. You have to accept it for the good exchange. It says that right on the fucking dollar bills and stuff. This is for all debts, private and public, like, period. You
Right.
absolutely refused to take my money. Refused to take my money that was legal American tender and currency. I don't give a damn if you
fucking crazy.
I don't give a damn if you have to stuff them up your fucking taint. I don't give a shit. Stuff them, stick them where the sun don't shine. I'm paying you for the services and goods that I've rendered that are now in my fuel tank and are now in my pocket. You're not getting any of that shit back. So I left. Went to work, coming back through town, get pulled over by a cop. And he says, "Hey, we had reports that you did a pump and run earlier." I said, "I didn't do a pump and run." I said, I still have the quarters in my console that I attempted to pay that bitch with that she absolutely refused. You can pull up the tape in the gas station if you wish and see that I went in there and handed her the money and she refused to take it. I said, do I look like a person that's going to do a pump and run? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's pretty. What did he say? I'm just curious.
He's like, well, let's go find out. And he literally followed me to the gas station. And of course, she was off work and the manager was there closing duty or whatever. And I literally walked in. I said, hey, I was here earlier and the cashier would not take my money that was quarters as payment
Pay for my gas.
to pay for my gas and my cigarettes. And I said, I was already late for work after arguing with her for 5 minutes about taking my money. I was going to be late for work, so I left, and I'm back now after work to pay. Here's the money. She's like, oh, I was wondering why I was $15 short. I'm like, yeah, blame it on that bitch.
Yeah, like I can remember. I've never had anybody turn me down for change, but I remember like when I was younger. You're skimping by, and
oh yeah,
it sucks. You walk in there with a handful of fucking change, and you're doing your best you can to like sort it out in dollars for them, just to help them.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Don't be a fucking thing and be like, "There's fucking $5 in change here," fucking, and then walk away.
See, that's the thing. I worked part time in a liquor store there for a while too. Before I went to work for Andretti's, it was just to get me through the winter until they hired me on full time. And people would do that, man. Like they'd come in and they would just throw a bunch of fucking change down on the thing, and they're like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Fuck, dude." So you gotta like sit there and sort it all out and count it and make sure it's right. And it's just, it's almost like they take pride and humor in watching you fucking have to do that. But
oh, they probably do.
To everybody behind them, they're just like, "What a fucking asshat, dude!" Like, we're all in here just trying to get a case of beer with our debit card, and you're sitting here making this guy fucking count out $4 and pennies and nickels just so you can get a little half pint of your cheap ass vodka. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Our
And that's
our
always the
Casey's
people
up
that it
the road
was.
here.
That is exactly always the people it was. Is the people coming in there getting the cheap ass half pints
Yeah,
of whatever just to get their fix.
Yeah.
You know.
we got a Casey's up the road here, a few blocks north, about 20 blocks north, and it's become a pretty popular gas station. Well, you would think the management would know that between the hours of 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning, they'd have multiple cashiers there, at least two. So I walk in there the other morning, and I really like their grape juice. They're just their Casey's brand. Casey's brand grape juice. Fucking talk, motherfucker. Shit.
You are struggling tonight.
I am. It's that fucking Ambien brain that I don't.
It's the fucking Catila.
Catila. Today, Junior. But anyway, I walk in there the other morning. I'm like, man, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna grab me I've got coffee, but I want grape juice for later. So I go in there and I've got a couple dollars in my wallet, and I'm okay. It's 2 for $3, so I grab 2 of them. Go to walk around the cash registers, like fucking 15 people in line.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm like, I got from that gas station, it's like a 2-minute ride to work. So I got like 5 minutes to get. So I hung out there for a minute. I thought maybe it'll go fast. Nope. Fucking 8:30 in the morning, fucking lady decides she wants to fucking buy fucking $200 worth of lottery tickets and scratch them all at the fucking counter.
Right there.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking dirty old bat.
I always told people to step aside and they could scratch them there.
This lady was literally like just fucking scratching them right there, and then she's like, "I want fucking 10 number 7s, and I want 4."
I pull them out and I charge them out, like when I was at the liquor store, and then I would finalize their order, making them pay, and then they'd be like,
"Yeah, shove off to the side there, fucking douchey."
Yeah, just do it here off to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and get this next guy. Like, people are dumb.
I let out this big sigh, and I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, okay, I want this grape juice, but I'm not going to stand here and wait any longer. Now I've got 3 minutes to get to work, including walking out to my truck and trying to get out of the fucking parking lot.
Just come back after work and pay for that too.
So I grabbed the $3 out of my wallet, and I walk up to the counter, and I cut through a bunch of people, and I said, hey, I'm grabbing 2 grape juices, and I threw my $3 on the counter, and I fucking walked out. And she was like, well, there's going to be tax on top of that. I said, I don't care. I'm leaving. I got to go. And I fucking left. And the manager lady in there, her name's Alicia. She she sees me later on that day. I got a pizza for lunch. And she's like, hey, did you throw your fucking money at the cash register earlier at the lady at the cash register? I said, no, I threw it on the counter and told her she could eat the tax because she's slower than molasses in January. And she goes, yeah, we've been working with her on that. I said, don't even work with her. Just hire another cashier.
Somebody else. See, that's my biggest fucking pet peeve too. Like, Karina loves going to Burlington. And it's a great store. I mean, they've got nice name brand clothes in there.
The fucking shit's cheap too. Yeah.
Really cheap. But the problem is, it's like a fucking Walmart. You get in there, you have all these fucking people buying all these brand name clothes for cheap, which is great deals. I'm not dogging on them because I'm in there too. I've got a couple things too. But here's the thing: you got 20 motherfucking registers lined up down through there, and you got to set up like a fucking BMV where it tells which one is getting ready to come up, which register is available to take your shit.
Right.
But the issue with it is you only got 2 open. And you've got a fucking line that is snaking through the whole entire fucking checkout aisle, and they are not moving quick at all. Like, it just drives me crazy. Like, I love going to that store just because there are some nice things there. But there was a couple times we went, and like we were just trying to find little odds and ends things. And it was one of those deals where we only had like 3 things. And there's fucking 20, 25 people in line. And it's just like, I'm not waiting in this. Fuck this. We'll go buy this shit somewhere else. We just put it up and walk out,
Or going to Walmart and going through the self-checkout line, and then the guy wants to see your fucking receipt at the door. No, motherfucker.
Our screens went out. We have disappeared, I'm being told.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I don't know why
Yeah.
it does that. Like I cannot click on anything but the fucking Discord window.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
dude, you're
dumb.
right. You're right. It's just you're exactly right with the self checkout stuff. I mean,
You forfeited the right to check anything on my receipt or in my cart when you failed to have a fucking Walmart employee check me out.
yeah.
It's called
If we just have some
self-checkout, not wait for
if we have
fucking
some odds
Ken
and
at the
ends things or
door.
whatever, yeah, no shit. And that's here's the thing that really we're gonna talk about Walmart greeters now real quick before we close out of this. Nothing pissed me off more than walking into a Walmart after the pandemic shit and them telling you that you are going to wear a mask.
I don't have to do anything.
Am I? Am I going to?
Right?
Are you going to strap it on my face?
Yeah, you're going to walk over here and you are going to invade my personal space, which for me, I don't know what your distance is as far as personal space for me, but mine is about probably from here to my screen. You know, it's about an elbow and a forearm length.
My favorite was when this dude took pool noodles and he like cut them off. He cut them in half. So they're like 3-foot sections, and he made a hat like a headband, and it goes all the way around. And he just got fucking pool noodles stuck out everywhere. That way, people can't get within that radius of him.
Wow. Do everybody else a favor and just get a plastic bag and just tie that motherfucker around your neck with a zip tie. If you're that
It's
that
just
guy.
like,
Jesus fuck.
and I get it, dude. Most of those people didn't like they're just doing what their boss told them, and they gotta have a job. But at the same time, like, hey, would you like to wear a mask? No, I would not. And then you just walk in. He goes about his day. That's all he can really do. I mean, he literally can't
Yeah.
force you to do
You
it.
cannot unless it becomes a fucking law that is written on a
Right.
piece of paper, you cannot make me do anything.
Right. Right.
Because
And it
unless
was
you
one
have
of
an
those
armed police
deals
officer
where,
there enforcing a law, I don't give a fuck if you're public, private, penis, pump. I don't give a fuck what kind of property you got. I'm not doing it.
yeah, I mean, I was just like, I would ignore him basically.
I would go in there
tried
like
to be
this.
nice, but it was the same. The problem was is it was the same lady every time. Like they just found this lady that just didn't give a fuck.
I got my
and
mask on.
Would do it. Keith Bradley said, "You did what with a penis pump?" Yeah. I mean, and see that was the other thing too. If you walk into the store like that, that wasn't good enough.
How's this not good enough, John? Tell me how this is not good enough.
But you can buy those thin ass, penis pump ads coming your way.
Yep, coming in right now.
It was one
Like,
of those
here's
things
the thing,
you
you
could
do
buy
the-
those thin scarf material, and you
Yeah,
could wear those.
you could wrap a fucking bandana around your head like this, and that's perfectly fine.
I remember it was so bad that people were going back out to their car if they forgot their mask, and people that were required to do it, they were going back out to their cars to go get a T-shirt and tie a T-shirt around their face.
Yeah.
I can't believe, like, I'm really glad that we've got back to some normality here, because I remember they wouldn't even, like, barbershops, like when I go to Great Clips, they wouldn't cut your hair. You couldn't even walk in there if you didn't have a mask. They would not cut your hair if you didn't have a mask to walk in that place.
Yeah.
And it's just
Ridiculous.
like, the fuck, man.
Like your double standards and shit are fucked up because I'm wearing a mask around my ears. What are you gonna do? I have to take my fucking mask off for you to trim my hair. You just gonna cut
Right.
You just gonna cut my hair above the lines of the little ear loops on the mask? Is that all you're gonna do? Then I want 35% of my money back because you only cut 65% of my hair.
Yeah. And like when Bexley was born, like,
Fuck.
we basically have our own little room, okay? Like, nobody except for the nurses and shit come in there. Karina's got her bed, obviously, and I've got this, like, big couch that I was laying on. And, like, the one nurse that we had the night we went in was kind of an asshole. She was an older lady. And she was saying that the whole time that we were in the room, that we would have to wear the mask. And I told Karina, I said, I am not fucking wearing a mask the whole time I'm in here. I said, if I
Yeah.
go out in that hallway, out into their area, or around other people that's going to be in the public, I will wear one. But I said, this is our fucking domain. We are having this baby. This is our private area for the birth of our child. I am not sitting here with a fucking mask on. I said, when it comes time that Bexley's being born and we're all right there together, I'll wear one. If I'm going in the hallway and go to the public around other people, I'll wear one. But as far
Yeah.
as me and you just sitting here hanging out in the fucking room talking when there's nobody in here, get fucked. No way.
Yeah,
I'm not
get
even.
fucked.
That's dumb.
And
This
Keith
is our house for the next 2 or 3 days. No.
Keith hit it right on the head. It was a fucking scare tactic. It was a tactic to see how far they can make everybody go. Is exactly what it was.
It's still scary to see people with them in their cars, like we mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah.
What are you
Fucking-
doing?
What are you doing?
Karina and
Like-
I seen one. We seen a guy riding a bicycle down the road the other day, and he was wearing one.
Well,
What are
you know, and they got
What the
they got
fuck?
all these fucking wildfires and stuff in Canada, and it's not making the air quality the greatest. The shit that fucking gets me is like, I get it, people can change and have a healthy life and, you know, make healthy decisions and be a healthy person. I get it. But at some point in time, just for example, this person is literally letting today's politics and other things just fucking eat them alive. Like every
Right.
day it's like 25, 30 posts about politics and fucking, you know, mask wearing and air quality and whatever they want to talk about. But I can remember 15 years ago, this person had no problem standing in a smoky bar for 4, 5, 6 hours, or playing a gig in a smoky bar for 4, 5, 6 hours, smoking themselves, drinking, doing whatever, getting in their car, half popped, half lit, completely drunk, over the limit by 4 times, and driving fucking home.
Yeah.
But you want to
Here's-
stand here and fucking blackball me and bigot me about fucking air quality and fucking mask wearing, and I should be living a better life? Fuck you. Come over here, you fucking goddamn keyboard warrior, fucking thumb having typing
Well,
motherfucker.
here's-
I will
here's
punch
the
you
thing that I don't
square in your
understand.
fucking face. Oh my fucking god, eat a fucking dick. Ted Nugent was here this weekend, all right? Ted Nugent was here this weekend. I'm a guitar player. I love Ted Nugent because he's a musician. I don't give a fuck where his political views are. If I wanted to go see fucking Ted Nugent this weekend, 5 miles down the road, I'm going. What are you going to do to stop me? Nothing. You ain't going to do shit to stop me.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing Keith just mentioned too that I didn't understand. Why should I wear a mask when you have one on? You are
Right.
already protected.
Yeah.
So the argument is it keeps the particles in the mask. So I'm wearing a mask, I cough, it keeps the particles in. Okay?
Right.
But it would not keep anything else from coming in.
Right.
It keeps particles from going out, but does not protect particles from coming in. What the fuck kind of mask is that?
One that doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a mask, that
It's a
can keep things from
non-binary.
coming
They're
out,
trying to say it
it
was a
would keep things from
non-binary
coming in.
mask. It kept it from going out, but didn't keep it from coming in. Whatever. Yeah, get the fuck
see,
out of
dude,
here with
that
your
was
fucking.
the other thing too. Keith was saying it's like wearing one into a restaurant, but you could take it off when you're at your table or when you eat.
Right.
Dude, I remember that. Like when we'd go out to eat somewhere, and yeah, you walk in and you have to wear your mask walking through the place. But once you're sitting at the table, man, there was so many things like the plexiglass. I still think it's funny that there's plexiglass hanging up everywhere.
We still have actual glass in our
Really, see,
dealership.
we're fucking poor around here, so everybody went and bought all the plexiglass and built like the wooden frames and shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy just to see you could still walk around and go to different places, and there's plexiglass in between you and the cashier. at all various places now.
Yeah.
It's different. It almost gives you like that hood feel. You know what I mean? Because like you get
Right.
into some of
Yeah.
those. Seriously, you get
Yeah.
into some of those places like the convenience stores. They're actually behind a glass, and they got to slide your change through this little fucking cutout in the window,
Yep.
and that's basically exactly what everything's like around
You know,
here. Only
I'm
we're not shooting places up.
yeah, I agree, Keith. Like all of a sudden, like they got what they wanted. Like they got their fucking. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave it at
My
that.
wife tested
Here's the
positive
thing.
for it this past winter.
Here's the thing. I love people for who they are. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what your political affiliations are. I don't give a damn whether you wear a mask or not. But do not, absolutely do not come over here flattering me with your fucking bullshit, trying to educate me when I am not willing to be educated. I don't care enough about you to not punch you in the face.
Yeah, and see, it's one of those things, and like you said, it kind of goes in all different aspects of life: race, religion, gender, uh, the anything like the politics, the medical. Like
Mm-hmm.
here, perfect example, like the shot, like the immune boosters and shit. I don't care if you got it. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't care if if you're gay. I don't care.
Right.
That's your deal.
Yep.
But no matter what your beliefs are, don't expect everybody else's to be the exact same as yours.
Right.
That is one of the greatest things about this country is we can do and believe what we want.
Yeah, our
and we can live
diversifications are
how we
what
want.
makes us who we are.
Right. Like I don't care what your political views are or anything that you do in your life. Just don't force them down people's throat and treat
Yeah.
them differently because you feel like they should be the same as you.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, but I'm not going out of my way to do that to you. Don't do that to me.
Right.
You know, it's
Exactly.
and like I said, I
This
don't
could
care
go
if
on for
you got
fucking
the
ever.
shot. Yeah, it's like I don't care if you got the shot. I don't care if you didn't get the shot. It's a personal preference. You know, and that's their choice.
Yep.
Nobody should be critiqued for that.
Did you take the COVID-19 shot in 2020? You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Did you not get the shot? Well, you maybe did. I mean,
You may be dead, but you know
there's
what?
all kinds of shit.
That's
That's
my
flip on
choice.
a few years. Right.
It's
That's
not.
exactly right.
It's not.
I
It's.
chose not
It
to
has
get
nothing
it,
to
you know,
do
and
with whether or not you or my family or anybody else around you is going to be real sad because I died from an illness. Guess what? It's been going on with illnesses for a real long fucking time. They had this thing called the bubonic plague that killed lots of motherfuckers. Lots of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty busy in the wintertime because of sicknesses and illnesses, you know,
Yep.
with me
Wintertime
working in
kills
a
a lot of
casket.
fucking people.
Man, I'm telling you what, when we work in the casket company, like I started there in October and we were on six days, 10-hour days. You know, we were working 60 hours minimum a week, and there was a couple weekends even there where they took voluntary days to come in and work 8 hours on Sunday for double time because they needed the units. They needed the caskets that damn bad. You know, there was the orders were coming in, sales were high, people were sick, people were dying. It was part of it. It's the wintertime, man. It's when a lot of people get sick.
Yep. So, just a disclaimer: if anybody is offended or anything like that because of the crap we just said, don't be. We don't disrespect you as human beings. You are who you are. That's what we love
Right.
about you. What we say here on this podcast is us just literally just throwing shit out there. We have gone over a whole. It's almost a 2-hour podcast here at this point. This is probably going to make the record for the longest one.
Close.
Pretty close.
It'll come close to Zach Hampton's, I think.
Right. So, that's it. I don't have
That's
anything
it.
else.
I do have a soundboard clip to play when we're rolling off here that should make a lot of people smile. But
It got me earlier.
I think
gotta
that's
get
it.
I got a chuckle. We got a couple merch orders in already. Thank you, Mama Steve.
seen
Thank you,
that,
Keith
yeah.
Bradley. Order more merch. Follow all of our social medias: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. Episode will be live here on Spotify within probably the next it'll be by midnight or so. It'll be available for you to listen to on your morning commute to work. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget about the limited edition Keith Bradley shirt coming to a merch store near you very soon. John, I will definitely see you this weekend.
I can't wait, dude. But yeah, I won't be at work Friday. We're getting up early.
Yeah,
and
boy.
Driving on down. Gonna go catch some lunch.
We're gonna get all up
And
in.
meet up with
We're
you
gonna
guys.
get all up in Nashville. You
I'm
better
fucking pumped.
better be watching out, Nashvillians. The fucking Just Got Off podcast is fucking coming to you.
I think that's it. I
All
think Bexley's gonna send us off tonight.
See you guys later. Peace out.
See ya. Peace.